Hello, Dolly, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Good afternoon to all of you. So first, I like to request you all to sit with a copy and a pen. Okay, because today we are going to solve the numerical problem that we have discussed in our previous classes. We are going to do some numerical problem, and I am going to check the numerical problem and the answers from you. Okay, means I am going to describe and you people need to do the step, because numerical problems in my previous classes I have just discussed and all the things, but due to heavy rainfall and cyclone, yes, there are some problem. That's why the assignment didn't given. So today I have decided to do the session, and you people are going to do the numerical problems on your own. I am going to show you the questions, and you people need to do it on your copy. I will help you people on the process. And I hope all of you and your family members are safe during this heavy cyclonic storm, and all the things are okay in your home and in your nearby area. Okay, fine. So let's begin. That today let's first start with the topic of skewness. And it is a topic is present in the statistic, and I hope I am audible to all of you. So kindly just confirm that I am audible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, fine. Okay, so let's what is skewness? तो हम लोग पहले देख लेते हैं कि skewness क्या है. So skewness, that we can see in the definition, that symmetrical distribution of the values of mean, median or mode are equal. So it is saying that symmetrical distribution, the values of mean, मीडियन एंड मोड आर इक्वल. तो क्या बोल रहे हैं कि सिमेट्रिकल जो डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन होता है, मीन, मोड या मीडियन, जो भी वैल्यू का अगर हम लोग कुछ सिमेट्रिकल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन करें तो वो सब इक्वल होता है. एंड दैट द टू टेल्स ऑफ द डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन आर इक्वल इन द लेंथ फ्रॉम द सेंट्रल वैल्यू. एंड अगर बीच का वैल्यू में सेंट्रल वैल्यू हम लोग निकाल के उसका हाथ दोनों तरफ का टेल का वैल्यू हम लोग अगर मेजर करें तो देखेंगे उसका वैल्यू सेम आता है, इक्वल इन लेंथ होता है. सो skewness, we can say it is the degree of asymmetry or is the lack of symmetry around central value. So Praise's skewness tells us that a particular distribution is not symmetrical. अगर हम लोग नीचे थोड़ा देखें ये डायग्राम पे, एक पॉजिटिव स्क्यूनेस का डायग्राम है, एक नेगेटिव स्क्यूनेस का डायग्राम है. तो पॉजिटिव स्क्यूनेस में क्या बोल रहे हैं कि स्क्यूनेस पॉजिटिव होगा अगर स्क्यूनेस इज सेड टू बी पॉजिटिव इफ मीन इज ग्रेटर देन द मीडियन एंड मीडियन इज ग्रेटर देन द मोड. तो हम लोग कोई वैल्यू का अगर हम लोग कुछ सिमेट्रिकल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन करें, एक कार्व हम लोग उसका निकाले, तो एक कार्व ऐसा कुछ आएगा. तो इस कार्व में अगर मीन का वैल्यू मीडियन से ज्यादा होता है एंड मीडियन का वैल्यू मोड से ज्यादा होता है, सो वी कैन सी दैट मीन ग्रेटर देन मीडियन एंड मीडियन ग्रेटर देन मोड. तो मीन, मीडियन, मोड, इन तीनों में से अगर मीन सबसे बड़ा होता है, फिर आता है मीडियन और फिर आता है मोड. तो मीन ग्रेटर देन मीडियन ग्रेटर देन मोड, अगर ये तीनों चीज, अगर ये कंडीशन सेटिस्फाइज होता है, तो हम लोग बोल सकते हैं कि ये एक पॉजिटिव स्क्यूनेस है. मतलब अगर हम लोग कार्व की तरफ देखें तो कार्व में हम लोग देख सकते हैं कि मीन का वैल्यू सबसे ज्यादा है, मीन का वैल्यू सबसे ज्यादा है, फिर आता है मीडियन का वैल्यू, फिर आता है मोड का वैल्यू. तो मीन ग्रेटर देन मीडियन एंड ग्रेटर देन मोड इज कॉल्ड द condition for positive skewness. So skewness is said to be positive if Q3 plus Q1 minus 2 median greater than 0. तो ये कुछ फॉर्मूला यहाँ पे है जहाँ पे हम लोग हर एक तरह से पॉजिटिव स्क्यूनेस को डिफाइन कर सकते हैं. सो क्या बोल रहा है कि if the right tail of a distribution is longer than the left tail, if the right tail of the distribution is the longer of the left tail, and यहाँ पे कुछ फॉर्मूलास है. सो A3 equal alpha 3 equal to root of beta b1 equal to m3 by root of m3 m2 whole to the power cube. So हम लोग देख सकते हैं कि मीन सबसे ज्यादा है यहाँ पे, फिर आता है मीडियन का वैल्यू, फिर आता है मोड का वैल्यू. तो सेम एज फॉर द नेगेटिव स्क्यूनेस, पॉजिटिव स्क्यूनेस मीन सबसे बड़ा होगा, मीडियन उसके बाद होगा, मोड उसके बाद होगा. लेकिन नेगेटिव स्क्यूनेस में क्या होगा, मोड सबसे बड़ा होगा, मीन, मीडियन, मोड. सो नेगेटिव स्क्यूनेस में हम लोग देख सकते हैं कि राइट टेल सबसे बड़ा है. सो क्या हो रहा है कि यहाँ पे लेफ्ट टेल इज द डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन इज लॉन्गर इट्स राइट टेल. सो जस्ट चेंजिंग द पार्ट. सो अल्फा 3 इज ग्रेटर देन 0. सो यहाँ पे कुछ गलत लिखा हुआ है. तो मीन यहाँ पे नेगेटिव होगा, मीन लेस देन मीडियन लेस देन मोड, मीन लेस देन मीडियन लेस देन मोड. ओके, तो यहाँ पे एक एरर है यहाँ पे. तो प्रॉब्लम ये है कि पॉजिटिव में ये ज्यादा होता है, नेगेटिव में ये उल्टा होता है. just the opposite. So mean less than median less than the mode. So we can see that in terms of positive that alpha 3 greater than 0, whereas negative alpha 3 is less than 0. Alpha 3 is less than 0. So we can see the curve in the positive that left part is greater, mean is greater, then the median, then the mode. Whereas in the opposite, in the negative skewness, we can see mean is less, then median and mode. So mode will be greater for negative skewness and mean will be greater for positive skewness. तो कार्ल पियर्सन, जो कि हम लोग का डेटा साइंस का या स्टैटिस्टिक्स का एक रिनाउंड साइंटिस्ट या स्टैटिस्टिकल पर्सन हम लोग बोल सकते हैं, तो उन्होंने स्क्यूनेस मेजर करने का एक फॉर्मल डेफिनेशन दिया है या कुछ फॉर्मूला एक्सप्रेशन हम लोग को दिया है. क्या है कि स्क्यूनेस कैन बी डिफाइंड बाय मीन माइनस मोड बाय स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन. मीन माइनस मोड बाय स्टैंडर्ड deviation. So skewness can be defined by mean minus mode by standard deviation. So it is also known as the Pearsonian coefficient. So this measure is suggested by the Karl Pearson and it is also known by Pearsonian coefficient. So the formula for Pearson coefficient or the skewness is called mean minus mode divided by standard deviation. Mean minus mode divided by the standard deviation. So ये एक बेसिक फॉर्मूला है, लेकिन कहीं पे अगर हम लोग रिप्लेस करें मीन माइनस मोड इज इक्विवेलेंट टू द एपिकेरियल रिलेशन, तो यहाँ पे फॉर्मूला पे थोड़ा चेंजेस आता है. सो मेनी केसेस क्या होता है, अगर डिफाइन नहीं होता है मीन माइनस मोड, अगर कुछ वैल्यू हम लोग पहले से डिफाइन नहीं करते हैं, तो रिप्लेस मीन माइनस मोड का हम लोग कैसे रिप्लेस करते हैं, बाय जस्ट 3 into मीन माइनस मीडियन. So in many cases mode is not defined. If mode is defined, then we can use this particular formula for skewness, that mean minus mode divided by standard deviation. And if mode is not defined, if the value of mode is not defined, then we can change the formula just by 3 into mean minus median divided by standard deviation divided by standard deviation. So the coefficient usually varies between the -3 and +3, -3 and +3. So skewness को लेके, to the particular topic of skewness, there is some formula given by Carl Pearson, which is known as the Pearsonian coefficient. Also, there is a formula for Bowley's measure of skewness. Bowley's measure of skewness, that is given by Q3 plus Q1 minus 2 median divided by Q3 minus Q1. So it is just similar or a parallel formula for the Carl Pearson and the Bowley's measure of skewness we can see. So in Carl Pearson's coefficient, the value will be lies between -3 and +3. Whereas if we are going for Bowley's measure of skewness, the value is lies between -1 and +1. The value will varies between -1 and +1. So these are the formula for sample and population. So we will go for that. Okay. So just before proceeding for that, let us do a numerical example from the previous example that we have discussed. But now today we are going to check the particular formula. Now we are going to check the particular formula. So I would like to request all of you to write the problem in the copy first, and then we people are going to do step by step. Then we people are going to do step by step all the things, step by step all the things. Okay. So first write down this particular formula in your copy, that weekly earnings and the number of men, weekly earnings and the number of men. So we are going to do step by step, and you people will going to do, because it is done here, the calculation is already given, but we are going to do by in our copy on your own. So just I am going to tell you step by step, and you will need to do it in your copy. Okay. So just write the problem first, that is weekly earning and number of men. This is the problem. So after writing the formula, do tell me that if you people have done it. So write the question first, weekly earnings and number of men. This is the question. So all of you have write down the problem, the weekly earnings and number of men. It has been written.
No, sir.
Okay. Just write down this particular part, the weekly earning and number of men. Then we are going to describe how this process is going and how to calculate this particular thing. Okay. So I hope all of you have written.
Yes, sir.
Just need to write this weekly earning and number of men. This particular part I am saying.
Yes, sir. Done.
Only this particular part, not to go for this particular part. Okay, I am just telling weekly earnings, the value present in weekly earnings, that is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and up to 15. And whereas the number of men present under 5, that is 1, 6, 2, 7, 5, followed by this particular part have been written. I hope all of you have written. Now, how to solve this particular problem? The question is that compute the first 4 movements and measure of skewness and kurtosis for the following distribution of wages compute the first four movements and measure of skewness and kurtosis for the following distribution of wages. For the following distribution of wages. So we need to calculate some skewness and kurtosis where some wages have been given. Now, how to solve this particular problem? By the table. Okay, so first there is a table and we need to find out the formula. So let's go for the formula. What are the formulas are present in the skewness and kurtosis? Let's check out that particular formula. That is to find out, we need to find out the first fi dy divided by summation of fi dy di divided by summation of fi. Summation of fi dy divided by summation of fi. Now we need to find out the fi, means the frequency, the number of men. Di, now di is the particular formula where we need to find the xi. Xi means the each earnings, the given, the each earnings for the given. These are my xi, x1, x2, 7 is x3, x4, x5, x6. So these are my x, and we need to find out the di. So we need to find out the differences between the formula. So first we need to calculate the average or the middle value. So we need to find out the midpoint of value that is present in our weekly earnings. So how to calculate that? So let's first check out that how many values are present. What are the values? How many values are present? So if we go for the weekly earnings, we can see there are 11 values present: 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 11 values are present. So we need to find out the mid value. We need to find out the mid value. So how can we do that? The mid value can be find out by n plus 1 divided by 2. N plus 1 divided by 2, whereas our n is 11. N here is 11. So n plus 1 divided by 2. N plus 1 divided by 2. So n is 11. So 11 plus 1 divided by 2. 11 plus 1 divided by 2. So we can find the value, that is midpoint is 6. So the value is 6 here, 10. So the sixth position value is 10. So this is my A. This is my A. So we can see A equal to 10. Now just write this particular thing, earnings and main. Draw this particular table, earning, main, this particular, only this particular part. Write this particular part. Okay, don't write these values. Just write this particular part, and in the column of earning put the value of earnings, and in the column of main put the value of main. Just make the table earning, main, di, fi di square, this table, and put the value of earning in the table, in the column of earning, and put the value of main in the table of, in the column of main. Now, after writing the values of earning, the columns in the column of earning, and write the value of main, number of main into the column of main, let's go for the next part. That is our di equal to xi minus a. So we need to calculate the value of di. So how to calculate the value of di? Values of xi minus a. So xi for x1, if x equal to 1, so x1 is 5 and a is 10. A value of a is 10. So x is 5. 5 minus 10, that is minus 5. For 6 minus 10, that is minus 4. So followed by complete the column of di. Complete the column of di. Complete the column of di first. So after completing the column of di, Just kindly respond yes, that di column was the value of di column was finished. Then we will go for the next fi di.
Yes, sir. It's finished.
Okay, so the value of di, all of you have calculated that xi minus a. So putting the value of each xi minus 10. So we have got the values of di. Now moving for the next part, that is fi di. Fi di. So how to calculate the fi di? For 1, if I equal to 1, then f1 d1. So what is the value of f1? That is 1. And what is the value of d1? That is minus 5. So 1 into minus 5 is minus 5, followed by 2 into minus 4 minus 8. So finish the FIDI column. Finish the FIDI column. So after finishing the FIDI column, go for the FIDI square, the same process, that where only the DI, the value of DI will be squared. Only the value of DI will be squared. So my DI for 1, that is minus 5. So minus 5 whole square, that is 25, and into F1, that is 1. So follow the FIDI square column also. Similarly, FIDI cube and FIDI 4. Do only this particular 4 columns. Only the value of this particular 4 columns. No need to go for the summation part. Just complete the value of this particular 4 column: FIDI, FIDI square, FIDI cube, and FIDI whole to the power 4. So after finishing the FIDI, finish the column of FIDI square, finish the column of FIDI whole cube, finish the column of FIDI DI whole to the power 4. Okay. So we will get the values in every column for each xi or and fi. So we will get some value for every column for each xi and fi. So after finishing this 4 column, the value of this particular 4 column, okay, the values are present here, but don't just copy it. I am trying to solve you or teach you how to solve this particular problem. So it is better you people can calculate on your own. Okay, the value is present and it is already solved, but try to do it on your own. So the calculation, take a calculator and calculate the value from your own. Okay. So where's the calculation for all the 4 columns finished? If the calculation of the 4 column finished, do response.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the values of 4 columns, that is FIDI, FIDI square, FIDI cube, and FIDI whole to the power 4, we have got the values. Okay. So up to this much the table have done. Okay, for 6 to 5. Now we are going for the next particular column, that is summation of FI. So summation of FI means summation of all this particular value. Summation of FI means summation of all this particular value. So summation of FI 1 plus 2 plus 5 followed by up to 1. So the calculation of the I f1 to f11. Summation of fi means summation of I equal to 1. The lower limit is I equal to 1 and the upper limit is I equal to 11. So I equal to 1 to I equal to 11, the summation of all the values. So if we goes for the summation of all the values, we can see that fi will be 131. So you people can calculate on your own that whether it is 131 or not. Maybe some problems, maybe some error can be there. Okay, so you people try to do it on your own. So the value of fi, summation of fi, you can calculate on your own that if we are getting the value of 131, whether we are getting the value of 131 or not, whether we are getting the value of 131 or not.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Now moving for the next 4
31.
columns, the last 4 columns, that is summation of FIDI, summation of,
131.
okay, fine. So now we are moving for summation of FIDI, summation of FIDI square, summation of FIDI cube, and summation of FIDI to the power 4. So just like the similar process of summation FI, we are going to calculate this particular summation value. So calculate the value of summation FIDI, summation FIDI square, summation FIDI cube, and summation of FIDI to the power 4. So calculate this particular 4 values. So if we are calculating the value of summation of FIDI, then we will get the value of 8. So check whether the value is coming 8 or not. Check for the FIDI square, the value is getting 346 or not. Check for the FIDI cube, the value is getting here the 74 or not. And check for the last one, FIDI 4, if we are getting the value of 3718 or not. So kindly calculate this 4 particular value and check whether we are getting this particular result or not.
It is correct.
Okay, fine. Now, next, moving for the next part. We are moving for the next part. That is, now we need to calculate the Q-ness and all of the things. Okay. So, first of all, we need to calculate the M1 dash. How to calculate the M1 dash? Means M1 dash means summation of FIDI divided by FI. Summation of FIDI divided by summation of FI. So, summation of FIDI means the value is present here 8 and summation of FI, the value is 131. So, for M1 dash, okay, why are you calculating? Can anyone tell me why are we calculating up to FIDI 4, not more than FIDI 4, FIDI 5, FIDI 6? Why are we calculating up to FIDI 4? Means why we are calculating up to DI to the power 4? Why not DI to the power 5, DI to the power 6? Why? Anyone? Because the thing is that here the given problem that can compute the first 4 movements, compute the first 4 movements. So we need to calculate only up to the 4 numbers on up to the 4 movements. So we are not going for much more. So up to 4 movements. So we have calculated for DI to the power 4. Fine. Now we are calculating the first M1 dash, M2 dash, M3 dash, and M4 dash. So M1 dash means FIDI to the power divided by F1. Summation of FIDI divided by summation of F1. M2 means summation of FIDI square divided by summation of FI. M3 means summation of FIDI cube divided by summation of FI, and M4 means followed by summation of FIDI to the power 4 divided by FI. So calculate this particular 4 value M1, M2, M3, and M4. M1 dash, M2 dash, M3 dash, and M4 dash. Calculate this particular 4 values.
सर थोड़ा सा ऊपर कीजिए, वो क्वेश्चन देखना था.
Question is that
Hi, I
compute
will.
the first 4 movements and measure for skewness and kurtosis.
Yes.
Now calculate the value of M1 dash, M2 dash, M3 dash, and M4 dash. So I think the calculation have been done.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we are getting the value of M1 dash, that is 0.06. For M2 dash, we are getting the value of 2.64. For M3 dash, we are getting the value of 0.56. And for M4 dash, we are getting the value of 28.38. So these 4 particular values we are getting for M1, M2, M3 dash, and M4 dash. Okay. Now we need to calculate the kurtosis. We need to calculate the skewness and the kurtosis. Okay. So here the formula for skewness and the kurtosis, if I just go for the previous one where we need to calculate the formula, okay, here it is given by some shortcut method and all of the things. Okay, so we are going for first check out the basic formulas and what are the basic formulas are present. So we can see here the M1 dash, M2 dash, how to find out this particular value. Okay, for short, this is the shortcut method and given is here how to calculate. Okay, now if we just go for the normalized expression of M1, M2. So if we are going for the value of MR, that is the general formula given by summation of xi minus x bar divided by n to the power r. So formula for movement, it is formula for the movement. Now, if we are going for the skewness and kurtosis, that is the formula of skewness, it is given by M3 by M2 cube, M3 by M2 cube. Now we need to calculate the M3 and M2 cube, calculate the value of M3 and M2 cube for the kurtosis, that is M4 by M2. So we need to calculate the value. Previously we have calculated the value of M1 dash, M2 dash, M3 dash, and M4 dash. These are the value we have calculated. Now we need to calculate the value of M1, M2, M3, and M4. M1, M2, M3, and M4. So how to calculate the M1, M2, M3, and M4? So we can calculate that M1, that is M1 dash minus M2 dash. M1 is given by M1 dash minus M1 dash. Means we can see the normal values of M1 dash, that is 0.06, and it is minus by itself. So we are getting the value that is 0. For M2 dash, we are getting that M2 dash minus M1 dash square. M2 dash minus M1 dash square. So M2 dash means that is the value of 2.64 minus M1 dash square, that is 0.06 whole square, something of 0. If we are going for that 0.36 something the value will be, then we need to calculate this M2. Similarly, the value for M3, that is here are some formula given, and for M4 another formula is given. So these are the formula that was given previously. So we need to remember this particular formula. So M1, that is given by the expression this, M2 is given by this expression, M3 is given by this expression, and M4 is given by this particular expression. Okay, so if by putting the calculation, we are getting the value of M1, that is 0, M2 is 2.64, M3 is 0.08, and M4 is 28.0. So write down the value of M1, M2, and M3 and M4. So M1 is 0, M2 is 2.64, M3 is given by 0.08, and M4 the value is 28.30. 28.30. So here we are getting the movement. We are calculating the movement. Our question is that calculate the first four movements. So we have calculated the movement. So what are the movements? The value of movement is given by M1, M2, M3, and M4. We have calculated the movement here. Now we need to calculate the skewness and the kurtosis. We need to calculate the skewness and the kurtosis. The formula for skewness is given by M3 by M square, m to the power cube, m3 by m square to the power cube. So value of m3 we are getting 0.08, value of m3 we are getting 0.08, and m2 cube. So what is the value of m2? That is 2.64. Value of m2 is 2.64. So that is 2.64 divided square, 2.64 whole square. So if we are calculating this particular value, then we will get the value of skewness, that is 0.0114. And for the formula of kurtosis, that is m4 by m2 square. For the formula of kurtosis, that is m4 by m2 square. So we are getting the value of m4 is given by 28.30. The value of m4 is given by 28.30 and divided by m2 square, that is 2.64 whole square. 2.64 whole square. So what is this particular kurtosis and the skewness? If we are talking about this kurtosis and skewness, so kurtosis in statistics is said by, it is a measure of the combined weight of the distribution scale relative to the center of distribution. So if we are distributing something, so if I am going for this particular part, suppose that it is a graph. Okay, suppose it is a graph, and okay, just a minute. This is skewness. Okay, so if we are talking of the kurtosis, that if we are going to distribute a curve of kurtosis, so it is the measure of combined weight of a distribution scales relative to the center of the distribution. So here a graph can be distributed the degree of thickness or the flatness of a frequency distribution relative to the normal distribution. So if we are doing a normal distribution, and related to that, if we are finding out the thickness and the flatness of the frequency distribution, is called the kurtosis. So it is termed as the characteristic by which we compare the hump of a distribution with normal distribution. So if we are comparing this particular with the normal distribution, then we are getting some particular this type of curve. So there are three type of kurtosis we can see. That one is the lipiokurtosis, mesokurtic, and platykurtic. So measurement of this particular kurtosis if B2 greater than C. So if we are going for the formula for kurtosis, we can see here that is B2. That is the value of B2. The measurement of kurtosis is given by the value of B2. So if B2 is greater than wait a minute. Okay, if B2 is greater than 3, so it is called the leptokurtic. If B2 is equal to 3, it is called the mesokurtic, and if it is less than 3, then it is called platykurtic. So we have find out that the value of the comparison is given by some, there is some range that is given. So we need to find out, it is a bell shape. We can see that it is a bell shaped curve. We can see this is a bell shaped curve. So we can call it a bell shaped curve also. So the formula, there is some given by the skewness, or there is some formula for skewness also given by the Gauss-Pearson. Formula some given by the normal distribution, and there is a formula for the kurtosis. So three things have been defined here. Okay, the thing have been same, and the problem is here that the time is finished and it is going to disconnect at any time, and so that for that I need to stop the class for today. So I have shared the particular notes in the LMS previously. So we are going to continue the discussion from this particular central tendency and all of the things in our next classes. Okay. So I am going to share a QR code in the group. Do scan this QR code and give your attendance. Scan the QR code and give your attendance. Scan the QR code and give your attendance. The time is end and it is going to disconnect. So thank you all for joining into the session, and take care and stay safe.
Thank you, sir.